let's go into the logistics because you had said in part one of our video that you would come for 6 weeks, 2 times a week, which is a lot versus like
Right.
basically getting, two Botox thing. You're in for like 10 minutes and then you're gone.
Right.
So why so many times?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said that there's like you had talked about Lillian's mom who has come in. She's on two protocols.
My,
Does that, or your mom rather, does that mean she's come in for 6 weeks
right.
during that time for two
Right.
2 years? Okay, got it.
Well,
Okay,
no, she did it over 4 years.
over 4 years. Okay, so
And
so
she
she
did
do once you do a treatment, which
the whole
is for
protocol. Right.
6 weeks, how long does the treatment last for?
Okay, so I'm going to back up and talk
Okay,
to answer some of those early questions, and we'll
yes,
work
thanks.
into that. So the reason that we want to do twice a week for 6 weeks, it isn't just because that's some arbitrary decision.
Right.
It's because your skin has a cycle, and the skin cycle is anywhere between 4 and 6 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's really important. It's like learning a language,
Right.
right? So if you've ever learned a foreign language, if you study once a month, you will never create the neural pathway links to like learn that language.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, with facial acupuncture, we're not just trying to support this little area once in a while. I mean, we are trying to create lasting change. So
Mm.
we need to let go of the old patterns. And as you know, patterns they take repetitious effort in
Right.
a short sequence.
Right.
So if back to the language, like if you go to a country and you immerse yourself in the culture and in the country, your brain will actually change patterns and link and learn that language. So the
Mm.
same thing, we're trying to teach the face how to relax and tone and to support it. And that's why we want the twice a week for 6 weeks.
Twice a week for 6 weeks, and is it you come in every week for 6 weeks?
Yes,
Okay, got
every
it.
week.
Okay.
And the other part of that is you're also getting the full body acupuncture treatment, right? So yes, it is time consuming, but I'll tell you, people come in looking forward to that.
Yeah, right, because they're actually, as we were talking about before,
Self care.
yeah, it's self-care as well. So it's actually, there's two things happening. And then, so it's twice a week for 6 weeks, 6 consecutive weeks. And if I miss a session, like, oh, I can't do, or on vacation, is that a problem? Or so do I have to look at my calendar and say, I can commit to this for 6 weeks?
We ask people to commit
Okay, got it.
because we don't want them to waste their time and money. The difference is, let's say we went 3 weeks and then we had to take 2 weeks off.
Right,
You're not going to hold the benefit from that 3 weeks because we didn't give your body that consistent information for long enough
right,
for it to hold. And we don't want, we're here for results.
right.
And when you asked how long do they last, let's say the average person will look 5 to 15 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally have a patient who's in her 50s and she got hit on at the bar by a 30-year-old. And she's
Nice.
so flattered. And her husband is 60. And so when
Right,
he came out from the bathroom, she was just so, like, they all joked and laughed about
right.
it. And she was just so touched. And he was like, I didn't think you were a day over 35, and she's 50. So
Nice.
that was a great anecdotal, but real story that
Right,
happened.
right.
So it matters to go through the full protocol, and then it's like we reset the clock. Now the clock keeps ticking. It's not permanent, right?
Right.
But it's similar again back to sit-ups. Like if you do a lot of sit-ups, you might have great abs. If you stop doing sit-ups, it's not like you will forever keep those beautiful abs,
Right.
right?
Right.
But at the same time, your body's better off than it was prior to doing your sit-ups.
Right. And so, how long? So, your mom has done two 6 week treatments over the 4 years, and she still looks great. Is that right?
Right.
Like, do you just come back when you're like, I don't look so great? Can I start all over again? Or is it better? Let's say that is it better for someone to come in
Once a month.
every every year for wait once a month?
Well, so once a month for just maintenance.
Okay,
That's ideal. Like that, if we could have our way and have everybody get the best results possible, they would do a full protocol and
right.
then they'd come back once a month, just maintenance.
Okay, got it. And then so they come back once a month
And
for
then they might not need to do a full protocol again.
I
But
see.
what happens is life gets busy, people move, they do their thing. So if they do a full protocol, they might come, and I believe in intuition, right? Like we can tell when we need something, right?
Right.
And so, and especially once you've done the full protocol, you'll know when you feel like you need it again. And I
Right.
would say probably once you could strategize if you wanted to think about it, would be once every 5 to 10 years.
Oh, so like once, so if I had done one whole 6 week program and I go once a month to then like after 5 to 6 years, I probably want to do another protocol. Is that what you
If
meant?
you did the once a month, you might not need the full protocol again. But let's say you did the protocol and you stopped coming.
Right.
5 years goes by and you're like, I want to do it again.
Ah, okay, got it. Okay, so that would probably be like, okay, I can't commit to once a month, but if you could come in 5 years from that point, then I see. And your
Right.
mom, so okay, got it. I get it. And
That's
so,
kind of what my mom did. She did that 4 years apart. And she
okay,
didn't quite finish the protocol. She wanted to get her face ready for my brother's wedding. And
that's
she,
sweet.
so she did the full protocol the first time. And then the second time she maybe did half, I would say.
Okay, got it. And so let's say that you can't commit to 6 weeks and you're going on vacation for a week or a week and a half. Like, what's the duration? Because a lot of times it's hard for people to commit to 6 weeks twice a week. So, what's the longest period that you can go from your last treatment to the next one?
We would really, if they knew they had a vacation coming up, we would encourage them to find a different 6 weeks.